Abundant state of mind differs from a scarce state of mind. There is an abundance of friends, an abundance of money, and an abundance of options. The mindset of abundance is essential for being in the top 1%. She will be more drawn to you the more abundance you have. Number 1. Have an abundance mindset and live an abundant life. You will frequently hear this from dating coaches. Here is a quick summary of this teaching in case you are unfamiliar with it. Therefore, it revolves around the notion of giving the impression that you have several possibilities. The female you're interested in will want to chase you if you're the man with plenty of options and choices rather than the other way around. Similar to how salespeople frequently employ these strategies to sell vehicles. Basically, what they do is that they'll make it sound like 5 other people are interested in the same car you want to buy, giving them the leverage of raising the price and increasing your perceived value of the car. The same applies to dating and relationships. Your perceived value will rise if you have a ton of options, or at least act as though you do. You may demonstrate this, according to red pill dating experts, by having something going on in your life at all times. Therefore, the idea is that ladies will want to be a part of your life if you're the one hosting the party, if you get to choose which plans you want to attend, and if you have plenty of possibilities. Finally, you should act as though you are uninterested because they will want a piece of that abundance. You're the winner. You're the prize. Instead of putting the chase on the female you are interested in, put the pursuit on yourself. I could basically sum up this entire concept by saying that it promotes an abundance mindset and makes you appear to be a scarce resource. Being in high demand is a sign that you are a scarce resource. Simply watch the real world. People are prepared to pay such high costs for commodities like gold and oil for a reason. These resources are limited. Because of this, individuals are prepared to spend a lot of money to have it. All of this makes sense, and the theory seems promising. Thoughtful intentions aside, why doesn't this work? Why is this bad advice for any man who has trouble finding a date? Why were the red pill dating coaches so mistaken about this? Well, everything basically comes down to supply and demand. You are essentially trying to convey that you are in short supply by trying to present yourself as a scarce resource. But the issue is that it won't alter people's perceptions of how valuable it is at all if there isn't enough demand to meet that degree of low supply. In order for anything to be desired, there must first be a certain level of demand for it. Here is one instance. Imagine that Apple introduces a brand new phone and informs you that just 10,000 of them will be produced for sale within the first month of the device's introduction. Only 10,000 of these phones will be available. So why does this matter? Well, it stands to reason that if a firm like Apple produces a product that is in extremely short supply, then certainly people will be prepared to literally fight over it and possibly pay more for it. However, a company like Apple already has a solid reputation, and given its history and the high caliber of its products, consumers are already aware of this. Let's imagine, though, that a different phone manufacturer employs the exact same strategy, making only 10,000 phones in the first month of availability, and comes from a brand you've never heard of. What response will be shown once this has been accomplished? People would laugh, for sure. They'd think it was amusing. There will be remarks such as, "Nobody wants your trash phone anyway." Why would someone create a phone that no one has ever heard of and is most likely of poor quality? The availability of a limited resource influences people's levels of interest. Therefore, I want to ask the red pill dating coaches, why would this be any different for dating? Consider a man who is below average and attempting to appear to have many options. An abundance of women, let's say. He has great value. What will a woman's response to this be? I mean, come on, it should be obvious. They won't give a damn. They'll snort in your face with laughter. Due to the difference between how important you believe you are and how valuable you truly are, they will assume you are deluded. Number 2. Just go to the gym and everything will fall into place. Again, red pill dating coaches will constantly stress to you how crucial it is to take care of your body and be in good physical shape. Now, before I continue, Let me just clarify that I won't contest the possibility of boosting your SMV by working out at the gym and reducing weight. It really does make a difference. However, if you fall into any one of these 4 categories, I will detail 4 instances. Yes, 4 instances, where going to the gym will not be beneficial. In these 4 cases, going to the gym might as well be meaningless and would really work against you. It will make your situation even worse than it was before. Point 1. Manletism. You shouldn't be surprised by this. This is what happens when a short man works out in an attempt to look more alpha, but instead simply comes out as a pitiful little violent, furious leprechaun. Women won't find this attractive because it appears like you are overcompensating. Manlet height, in my perspective, starts around 5'9" or below as the cutoff point. Therefore, if you are between 5'8" and 5'9", you may begin to resemble a manlet. Although 40% of males are shorter than this, I think it becomes more problematic for anyone under 5'7". At this height, going to the gym is not worth the time or effort because this is very macho terrain. 1 in 7 men and 15 women fall into the group of being 5'7" or shorter. Point 2. Fromelitism. This is the idea that going to the gym a second time will be detrimental. Sloped shoulders are a sign that your skeletal structure hinders you from having an attractive body in this situation. I'm attempting to convey the point that all of these factors are genetically predetermined. Therefore, working out in the gym won't guarantee you have an attractive figure. Point 3. Lankletism. Have you ever seen one of those guys that just stay slim no matter how much they exercise, how much they eat, or how much protein they consume? This might make the notion of lankletism seem worse when combined with their height. Due to the 2 different types of muscle fibers, this has a hereditary basis. Your body will therefore include one of 2 types of muscle fibers, either a sluggish or a fast twitch. What are the contrasts between the 2 then? Fast twitch muscle fibers can be quite powerful. These are your high jumpers, long jumpers, and sprinters, and they all swiftly release energy. While slow twitch muscle fibers are better suited for endurance. Hence, these are the athletes who run steeplechasses, marathons, and 5K races. How each muscle type reacts to exercise is the second and most significant distinction. Fast twitch muscle fibers react to hypertrophy in this manner. These muscles grow in size as you exercise them. Its size is the crucial point. Slow twitch muscle fibers, however, increased in density rather than size as you exercise them. I'm bringing all of this up because, while most people have a 50-50 split of fast and slow muscle fibers, your ratio is decided at birth. It will be extremely challenging to gain muscle if you are unfortunate enough to be born with a high percentage of slow twitch fibers, for example 80. So, if you're one of those guys I described before who, no matter how often you work out, how many calories you consume, or how much protein you consume, you still aren't able to gain muscle, it's probably because you have a lot of slow twitch fibers, and lankletism is the idea behind this when paired with height. Point 4. Going to the gym will not help you at all. Here, a man has an extremely unattractive face on top of a really attractive, aesthetically pleasing, slender body. I can sum up the very simple reason why each of these males isn't appealing in one word: compensation. In my opinion, these men have made their problems worse by going to the gym because a beautiful body complements a good face, not the other way around. Their poor face contrasts with their gym-built figure in a ridiculous way. In other words, the individual who has exerted an immeasurable amount of effort has very much reached his limit. He has enhanced his physical appearance, he has a high rank, and he is wealthy, so what you can do in terms of behavioral changes. These are the 3 most important behavioral adjustments a man may make. He has achieved success in all 3 areas: health, fortune, and status. And what is the outcome? The inputs and outputs don't even remotely match, so it's a joke. These are the 4 situations in which going to the gym will not help and will only worsen your situation. And now we have our top 2 gating lies for men taught by the so-called red pill dating coaches. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel.